Guys, please confirm to me. All of you got my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you got my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you got my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. Right. Good afternoon, guys. And check it what we completed in the last session. Just have discussed about Java and its modules. That part we understood it in the last session. Now, once again, just 2 minutes of time, I would like to review the total content what we completed there. Then after that, we are going to continue our content. So let's see. Then Java was provided by Sun Microsystems in the form of three parts. What are the three parts here? J2SE, J2EE, and J2ME. Nice. J2SE. What is this J2SE? Java 2 Standard Edition. It will provide only fundamentals of the Java programming language. By using these fundamentals of the programming language, we are able to prepare standalone applications. If we design and execute any application without using client-server architecture or without distributing application logic over multiple machines, then that programming language, that application is called as what? A standalone application. Examples for standalone applications are what? Calculator, calendar, paint, and so on and so on and so on in our laptop. How many applications are standalone applications now? Only 5% of the applications are standalone applications. Its a direct utilization is only 5%, but its a dependency level is 1000%. Why? Because it's a dependent programming languages for learning J2EE, working with Selenium testing, Salesforce, Hadoop, SAP tools, Android, and so on and so on and so on. Observe carefully. Next one is J2EE or Java EE. J2EE stands for Java 2 Enterprise Edition. J2EE will provide the server-side programming. By using J2EE, we are able to prepare distributed applications or enterprise applications. If we design and execute any application on the basis of the client-server architecture or by distributing application logic over the multiple machines, then that application is called a distributed application or an enterprise application. 95% of the applications are what? Distributed applications. All banking applications are what? Distributed applications. All insurance applications are distributed applications. Social network application, transportation applications, e-commerce applications, food delivery applications. Next one is that very good. Another one is what there? Healthcare applications. All are like what there? Distributed applications and so on. So many applications are available for these distributed applications. That's why that means nearly 95% of the applications are what they're distributed application, that we understood clearly. One diagrammatic representation are given. Standalone application in a sense, in a single mission, if we compile the program, if we execute the program, the total scope of that application is available in a single mission, then it is what their standalone application. But what is an enterprise application or a distributed application? If we design and execute any application on the basis of the client server architecture, then that application is what their distributed application. So this is client mission, server mission, client side application, server side application. Between that, internet is available, protocol is available. When a client application submit request to the server, network will take that request. Network will carry that request to the server side application. Server side application will be executed. Server side application will generate some response to the client. Network will take that response. Network will carry that response to the respective client application. Then after that, what that? J2ME. J2ME means Java to micro edition. J2ME will provide micro programming. Then after that, by using micro programming, we are able to prepare mobile based applications. If we design and execute any application on the basis of the mobile hardware architecture, then that application is what the mobile based application. Number of examples are available. What are the various examples here? Like what? Yes, please. All right, sir. Facebook and WhatsApp, or maybe like what there, like different applications are available. Like what there, all these are like what there, mobile based applications. How many applications are mobile based applications there? Nearly 100% of the applications are what there, mobile based applications. Mobile application development has very good demand in outside, but J2ME is not having any demand. It is almost all dead in outside. Nobody is thinking about what there J2ME. Right. These are the points already we completed in the last demo class there. Okay. All right. Now core Java syllabus are given there. If you understand this core Java syllabus, introduction part, okay, steps to prepare first Java application, language fundamentals, pattern, arrays, logic based programming. Then after this, oops, the most important topic in entire core Java is what there, object orientation, where nearly 100 stars we are given there. After that, the next important topic in core Java is what there, string manipulations. There we can keep 50 number of stars there. Exception handling, again here we can keep nearly 50 number of stars for each. Multi-threading, again here we can keep nearly 50 number of stars here. This is the most dangerous topic in entire core Java. Multi-threading is the most dangerous topic in entire core Java. Why? Because on a single attempt you are not going to understand it. Some assumptions we require to understand the topic. Okay, don't worry for it, I'll manage it. I'll give that more clarity on this particular content, but as of now easily we can understand it. I'll simplify the total content here, don't worry for it. Next one is IO streams. It's okay, just we can give 10 stars. Networking, RMI, and these are not like important here. Next, another important topic in entire core Java after this object orientation, collection framework. Again we can give what there 100 stars for it. Collection framework is another important topic. Generics is okay, but these two are outdated. Anyway, I'm not going to teach these two concepts, but still if you require that video support, I will provide for these two topics there. JVM architecture is okay. Garbage collector, regular expressions, and internationalization, all these concepts. The next important topic is like what there, Java 8 version. There we can provide like what there 50 number of stars. Inside this lambda expressions topic is available. Functional interfaces, lambda expressions, stream API, another topic. These are very important. We need to understand these concepts effectively so that we are going to understand it clearly. No, almost all like this. Up to which version of the Java we are going to understand here in our content here? Up to Java 20th version here we are going to understand. Up to like what there Java 20th version we are going to understand. Okay, fine. This is a clear-cut analysis here. What I am telling you. It's okay, fine. Now today I'm going to start with like what there introduction topic. Here we are going to start introduction content. Here we are going to understand. Inside this introduction, what topic here we are getting clearly. And before that, I think on Saturday and Friday, some of you attended for demo classes. No, okay, no problem. Have you got any WhatsApp message with you regarding the document, syllabus, content, and everything? Okay, right. Don't worry. If you are not received it today, before completing this class, or maybe after completion of this class, you are able to get a WhatsApp message where nearly the total full stack Java syllabus you are able to get with the nearly 60 pages of document. 60 pages of document there we are able to get it. Don't worry for it. After the class you are able to get it, but still if you are not getting it now, go to our office there directly, then ask them, they will send to you immediately. Otherwise, actually they have to send before completing your class now. Okay, leave it. Now let's move on to the punch here, introduction part here. What exactly the topics here we are going to understand inside this introduction. The first one is what there, Java history. Java history. The very first topic, Java history. After this Java history, differences between Java and other programming languages, others Others in the sense in general, C and C++. Differences between Java and others. Others in the sense what there? C and C++. Next one is after that Java features, Java naming conventions. After this, Java programming format. These are the topics what you are having inside this introduction part. Once if we complete this total introduction part there, then we have to go with what there? Steps to prepare first Java application. In the steps to prepare first Java application, we are going to understand how to download Java software, how to install Java software, then how to prepare, how to write Java program, how to save Java file, how to compile Java program, and how to execute Java program. That we are going to understand. The practicals will be started from the second topic onwards. But meanwhile, in the introduction part, we have to understand all these concepts just for the sake of getting some knowledge on Java. Before starting programming, just for the sake of getting knowledge on Java, we have to understand these points clearly. All if you're getting it, what I'm telling you. All right, sir. Now try to understand this point clearly. Let us start with what? Java history. Right, sir. The next topic is like what there? Java history. Next topic is Java history. Tell me, understand this point clearly, all of you know. On which year the first version of the Java was provided by Sun Microsystems? Any idea? When Java first version was provided? Right. If you observe this, in 1996 January 23rd, 1996 January 23rd, the very first version of the Java was provided to the market. Sun Microsystems is the company who has provided there. Sun Microsystems has provided the very first version of the Java to the market in 1996 January 23rd. January 23rd or 24th, I didn't remember exact date, no, but in January month 1996, the very first version of the Java was provided. Understand it clearly. No? If the first version of the Java was provided in January 1996, means that Sun Microsystems started preparation for Java programming language before 1996. Before 1996 itself, they have started preparation for what their Java programming language. And which year they have started to prepare Java programming language? For what reason why they prepared the Java programming language? If you observe this particular point here, I'm going to give some history. Try to understand it clearly now. In 1991, in which year? 1991. Sun Microsystems had a requirement to prepare a new programming language in order to prepare softwares for the simple electronic consumer devices like cable TV switch boxes, comma, remote controllers, and so on and so on and so on. This is the initial requirement of the Sun Microsystems. Come again. What is the requirement of the Sun Microsystems? In 1991, Sun Microsystems had a requirement to prepare a new programming language in order to prepare softwares for the simple electronic consumer devices, electronic goods, simple electronic devices. What are these electronic devices there? Cable TV switch boxes, remote controllers, and so on and so on and so on. Observe carefully. This is the initial requirement of the Sun Microsystems. Observe carefully. All right, sir. To prepare new programming language, what Sun Microsystems has done there, to prepare new programming language, Sun Microsystems has gathered nearly 30 members team led by James Gosling and Patrick Norton. Come again. What I said, to prepare a new programming language, Sun Microsystems has gathered nearly 30 members team led by James Gosling and Patrick Norton, and started a new project called Green. The name of the project is what there? Green. Under this Green project only, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. To prepare this new programming language, how many members team was gathered by Sun Microsystems? No, 30 members team was gathered by Sun Microsystems. This 30 members team led by 30 members team led by James Gosling and Patrick Norton. Already this name you might be aware. Right, in general, we used to say the father of the Java. Father of the Java is what there is. Who is the father of the Java? James Gosling. Don't think about mother of the Java. No mother, no child, right? Only father of the Java. Still, if you think about it, wife of James Gosling is the mother of the Java. Right? Anyway, James Gosling, that name might be very much popular in outside. So he is the whole and soul responsible person for Java at a very startup, at initially in Sun Microsystems. But unfortunate thing is what? James Gosling was associated with Sun Microsystems up to few years of time, not up to the date, not till the date. He was associated with Sun Microsystems up to Java 3rd version and 4th version only. After that, he left from Sun Microsystems. But still, Patrick Norton, this kind of people are associated with what their Sun Microsystems. Sun Microsystems in the sense now it is what their Oracle Corporation. Understand it clearly. But initially, he has taken the responsibility. Later on, he left from Sun Microsystems. He might be with some other organization. But still, we used to say his name is a whole and soul. That means he's a root person for Java programming language. Fine, leave it. Then what next one get apart from this? In green project, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language with the following features. In green project, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language with the following features. What features that Sun Microsystems wants to implement on the new programming language? Majorly, they have concentrated on 3 features. See, if you want to prepare something, first of all, we need to have an idea on that particular thing or not. At least we need to get some idea what we are going to implement on that particular programming language or not. All right, if you think about it, the very first one is like what they want to prepare a simple programming language. The very first one is what they want to prepare a simple programming language. Second one is they want to prepare a tight coded programming language. Tight coded programming language. Third one is architectural neutral programming language. First one is what there? A simple programming language. Simple programming language. Next one is like what there? Tight coded programming language. Next one is architectural neutral programming language. Only these 3 qualities that some people wants to see on their new programming language. That means what they want to achieve through this new programming language, they are the 3 factors they want to achieve. Please remember one point. By the time of introducing Java programming language, only the programming languages which are leading the market are C programming language and C++ programming languages. By keeping that C and C++ programming languages in their mind, they have given these features inside the Java programming language. These are not available with the C and C++. That's why, because of that reason, that some people wants to implement these features in their programming language. Understand my point? By the time of 1991, at that moment in 1991, Python programming language was introduced, just introduced. Actually, the first version of the Python was introduced in 1991 only. Python is older than Java, strictly speaking, almost 5 years older than Java. But in 1991, Python programming language was introduced, but some people are not having any concentration on it. It's a baby in outside. Now they're thinking, some people wants to prepare a new programming language. So for comparison purpose, they have not taken Python programming language. Why? Because that was a baby in outside. That was totally a startup programming language. Nobody is having concentration on that Python at the time of preparing Java programming language. Understand it clearly? No? That's why they have not taken consideration about what they Python. But if you think about Python, when Python is getting very good demand in outside, when Python is having very good demand in outside, if you think about it, I'll give some small story. Initially, Python is not at all good programming language. In 1991, it was introduced. Up to few years of time, it was available just as a normal programming language. No standardization and no demand for that programming language. But when it is getting very good demand in outside now, when a data science is getting very good demand in outside, automatically demand is going on, demand is increased for Python programming language. Why? Because when a data analysis, when a data science is getting demand in outside, data science people are checking, we need a programming language for the sake of data analysis purpose, which programming language we have to take. Then they are analyzing that part of it. They searched for all the programming languages. They have taken C programming language. They tested C programming language is suitable for data analysis or not. They have taken Java programming language. They tested Java is suitable for data analysis or not. In that process, they identified, they tested so many programming languages. But no programming language is providing that much of data analysis background, that much of data analysis support. But only Python is providing that much of data analysis support. Why? Because Python has very strong mathematical library. Even when compared with Java, when compared with the C programming language, Python has a strong mathematical libraries. That mathematical libraries are required for data analysis. That's why data science people have selected Python is a very good programming language, which is giving some support for what the data science. The moment when data science people have tested that Python programming language, Python 2.x version is available. What Python version is available? 2.x version is available. Then immediately data science people have taken that Python programming language. With respect to the data analysis part, they redesigned that Python programming language and they introduced Python 3.x version. Python 3.x version is different. Python 2.x version is different. Python 2.x version is what they some sort of programming, but Python 3.x version is more towards data analysis part, is more compatibility for what they're compatible for what their data analysis parts. Moreover, Python 3.x version is not backward compatible with the Python 2.x version. That means Python 3.x version applications will not be executed in Python 2.x version. Python 2.x version program will not be executed in what their Python 3.x version. By the time of that only, that Python is getting market. Almost all we can understand it in the last 10 years of time only, Python is getting market. Before that, Python is almost nobody knows about that Python. Max in the last 10 years of time only, Python is having very good demand. But what is the Java situation? Java is not like this. Right from first version of the Java, right from 1996 onwards, Java is getting demand. Is going on in outside market here. Understand it clearly? Okay, sir. Leave it anyway. The point here I'm telling you. In the green project, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language with the following features. What are the various features which are provided by that Sun Microsystems? Now, a simple programming language they want to prepare, a type-coded programming language they want to prepare, an architectural neutral programming language they want to prepare. Now we need to understand what is the meaning of simple programming language in the point of Sun Microsystems. In the point of Sun Microsystems, we have to understand what is the meaning of a simple programming language, what they are thinking about simple programming language. All of you observe carefully. Simple programming language in the sense, three factors they have included in their simple programming language. What are the three factors they have included here? Very first one is what? Less execution time. First one is what there? Lesser execution time. Second one is what there? Less memory consumption. Less memory. And the third one is what there? After completion of this, less power consumption. Less power consumption. Less memory less power consumption. All of you observe carefully. By seeing these statements, you may wonder, sir, what is the relation between power consumption and programming language? Why you included this? This is not my own topic. As this was provided by Sun Microsystems. They have given this type of relationships. I'll explain to you how it is now. Okay, then first of all, understand it. Sun Microsystems Sun Microsystems has included three factors under their simple programming language. What are the three factors here? Less execution time, less memory, less power consumption. Let's understand this point here. Less execution time. What exactly the meaning of less execution time? What you are getting through the lesser execution time? Observe carefully. For example, listen carefully. For example, one fine day, I'm watching a football match in a TV. Example, I'm watching a football match in the TV. All of a sudden, my friend made a call to me. He said to me, just he asked to me what you are doing. Then I said to him, just I'm watching a football match between Brazil and Argentina. Both the teams are going on good. That match is also going on a bit boring. Why? Because no goals are at last 5 minutes of time. But every team, both the teams are fighting for the goal. But no goal is yet for the teams now. So getting boring. Then he said to me, "Are fool? Why you are watching that cricket match, that football match? No. In a Star Sports channel, there is a cricket match between India and Pakistan. There is a cricket match between India and Pakistan. Already Pakistan were batted 320 runs. They already got. Indians were started batting already, and they had nearly 300 runs there in 49 overs. Last over is remaining. In that last over, Indians have to get 21 runs to win the match. Then you are a fool. Why you are watching that football match? Why you are not watching this cricket match? He said to me, for example. Then, as for his words, I got somewhat interest on this cricket match. Immediately, I decided I want to watch that cricket match, at least last over of the match. In the status of that last over, what he has said to me, at one side crease, Virat Kohli is there. At other side crease, Shami is playing now. Okay, in the crease might be Virat Kohli. At that other side, opposite is what there, Shami. Then Kohli has to finish the game. As per that interest, as per his words, I got some interest. I want to watch that cricket match, at least last hour. Just I've taken my remote controller. I know that the channel number for Star Sports is what there, 72. I clicked on 7 and 2 on my remote controller. Okay, then what happened there? I'm observing on the watch for switching the channel. It took some time to change the channel. After a few minutes of time, the channel was changed. The moment when the channel was changed, if you observe the status of the cricket match in the TV, where man of the match presentation is going on. Last over done, completed, gone. The man of the match presentation is going on where Virat Kohli is taking man of the match. Understand it now? But I lost that last over of the match. Now tell me, where is the problem actually? My required service I am not getting. I have not get my required service. Then where is the problem here? Now think about it. Where is the problem actually? Is that problem with my friend giving late intimation? Or is that problem with me watching that football match? Or is that problem with like what there? Like my TV taking some time to switch the channel? No. The problem is not with me, not with my friend, and not with my TV. The main problem with what there? Remote controller. The problem is with what there? Remote controller. Why is there? Why the problem with remote controller here? Understand the point here. The problem with remote controller, why? Because in my remote controller, I typed 7 and 2 number on my remote controller. But to change the channel, it takes a lot of time. Why? Because when I type 7 and 2 inside my remote controller, internally one program must be executed to change the channel. That program execution takes a lot of time. That program execution takes what there? A lot of time to change the channel. That program is executed slowly. Because of the slowness, time was taken to change the channel from one channel to another channel, to switch the channel now. The time was taken. Then when the time was taken there, I lost my required service. I lost my cricket match. Understand my point? Kenu? So here the point is what? When the execution time is more, for any program, execution time is more, then the performance of the end product will be very less. Now the remote controller is operating slowly, is executing slowly its functionality. If it is slow, performance of the remote controller is down or not? If the performance is not good, is it possible for me to buy again the same remote controller? Definitely I have to go for some alternative or not? Understand guys what I'm telling you? Definitely I have to go with what there some alternative, you know. So because of this particular reason, what I'm telling there, if the programming languages are taking more execution time, performance will be very less. If the programming languages are taking less execution time, performance will be more. The equation we have to understand, not only here, throughout Java we have to understand. If the program execution time is less, performance will be more. If the program execution time is more, performance will be very less. That's why, because of this reason, what Sun Microsystems thought of it, Sun Microsystems decided to prepare a new programming language. It has to take less execution time. It has to provide what there less execution time for its applications. If it is less execution time, automatically what we are going to understand there, more performance here we are able to get. More performance for the end product. When performance is good for the end product, automatically demand will be increased for the end product or not? When demand is increased, more business is going to be happen with that particular product. So because of this reason only, Sun Microsystems wants to provide the new programming language with less execution time. It yields more performance for the end product. It turns like what they more business for the end product. That is a simple equation here we have to follow. That is the reason why they have taken the factor like what less execution time in their simple programming language. Got it clearly, guys? All of you are following or not? No reaction from your side, isn't it? Clear to all of you now, right? Nothing, sir. Just it is a theoretical concept only. I'm giving here itself the point now. No interviewer will ask questions on this particular topic. No project is going on the basis of this particular topic. Just this is only knowledge purpose. Being the Java developer, it's our minimum responsibility to know what is the background story of the Java programming language. Yes, sir, got my point or not? It's a minimum responsibility to understand what is the reason why Java programming language was provided by Sun Microsystems. That's our minimum responsibility. Part of it only, I'm giving this particular concept in the startup mode. Understand it clearly now. Leave it. Next one is what? After this, less memory. What is the next option here now? Less memory. Observe carefully. Say for example, I'm using at present this laptop, sir. I thought of it, this laptop is somewhat outdated. Absolutely, it's okay, worked well. But I want to change my laptop, my system. So what I have to do if I want to change it? First of all, I have to go for a computer shop. There, when I go to that computer shop, maybe some computer shop representative will come to me. He asked to me, sir, now tell me what I have to do. Then immediately I said to him, just I want to buy a laptop for the sake of Java programming. For the sake of the Java application development, I want to have a laptop. Please suggest me what I have to take now. Then immediately he has taken that quotation paper. In general, if you go for the computer shop, they used to provide one quotation paper. In that quotation paper, they will write the total quotation. What quotation there? This is the motherboard, this is a hard disk, this much of RAM, this much of ROM, SSD is this much, like this. They used to provide the total quotations. Okay, finally he has given some quotation now. In that quotation, then finally calculated everything. Finally has given the total amount for this entire quotation for that laptop is nearly 50,000. He said to me, 50,000. He said to me. There I observed clearly what models he has included within this 50,000. If you have to there, a memory point of view, if you understand it, in that memory, what happened there? He included 8 GB RAM only, 8 GB RAM and 1 TB ROM. That means hard disk. Where out of this 1 TB, 256 is what there SSD. Understand it clearly. So then 50,000 is the cost of the laptop. Then immediately I'm getting doubt about my RAM size. 8 GB RAM they have included, but I thought of it, how much this 8 GB RAM is sufficient for me. Why? Because in my class, if I'm using that laptop now, it must be in a speed, it must be in a quick. Why? Because I should not take a lot of time for installation purpose. If I click on enter button there, that installations have to be completed. Why? Because I don't want to waste the time inside the class now. I need to install all the softwares in a quick manner. So speed is required in my system. Speed I can increase by taking more RAM. 8 GB RAM, I thought of it, it is not sufficient for me. Of course, in the for practicing purpose, it's sufficient. If you want to buy a laptop, 8 GB RAM is more than sufficient. No need to think too much about it. But for my teaching point of view, I required more RAM for speed purpose. Understand it clearly. No? And not only that, I'm teaching Java here, right from core Java to up to web services. I'm going to teach. So in some situations, at a time, I have to work with Oracle database. I have to work with MySQL database. I have to work with WebLogic server. I have to work with some Eclipse IDE or maybe IntelliJ IDEA. All these 6 or 7 number of tools at a time, they have to run in my system. If the RAM size is small, low, definitely burden will be increased there. My system will get slow. Understand my point here? If RAM size is more, automatically we are able to execute all these tools in a quick manner. Somewhat speed we are able to identify. By having all these thoughts there, I decided I want to increase my RAM size. He has given that RAM is what? 8 GB RAM. I thought of it, it is not sufficient. Then I requested him, can you please increase the RAM from 8 GB to 16 GB? Of course, in this system I had at present 20 GB RAM. Understand my point? Just for the sake of speed of the content inside my class, for that purpose only. But 16 GB RAM, I requested him. Then immediately what he has changed there, he changed that 8 GB RAM to what the 16 GB RAM. Up to that, it's okay. Then immediately he changes the cost of the computer also. Previously, he has given the quotation is what they 5, that means 50,000. But by changing the RAM from 8 GB to 16 GB, now he has given the quotation is what there 55,000. Think of it. What's the meaning of it now? When RAM size is increased, when memory size is increased, automatically cost of the computer is increased. When RAM size is increased, automatically cost of the computer is increased. It means that memory components are costful or not. Come on guys, we have to understand the point like what there. Memory components are what there? Costful. Definitely, memory components must be what there? Costful. Okay, so here the relation between memory components and our simple programming language is what there. Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It must execute its applications with less memory. If it takes less memory, automatically cost of the end product will be reduced. When cost of the end product is reduced, everybody will focus on that particular product only. Everybody is interested on that particular product only. If the cost of the product is increased more, nobody will take it. If the cost of the product is in a manageable level, then everybody will take that particular point. Understand my point clearly what I'm telling this. So because of that reason, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare their new programming language with the less memory. If it is less memory, it reduces the cost of the end product. It will provide like what the lesser cost for the end product. So that's an advantage here. We are able to get it lesser cost for the end product. If it is less cost, definitely demand will be increased more. When demand is increased more, automatically business will be increased more. So due to that reason only, Sun Microsystems wants to provide a new programming language as a simple programming language. Inside this simple programming language, they have taken the factor is what there less memory consumption. Yes, sir. All of you get me point or not? Okay, fine. Leave it. Got it clearly? 2.0 given there. One is what there less execution time. Less execution time will provide what advantage? No, more performance for the end product. Less memory provides what advantage here? No, less cost for the end product. Fine. Let's come for the next point. What is this next one? Can now tell me? Less power consumption. Yeah. Let's understand the point here. One more point now. For example, if we take any electronic good or maybe electronic device, inside this electronic, say for example remote controller, not any other one. Inside this remote controller, two components are available. What are the two components? No, one is a hardware, other one is a software. Or first one is a software, second one is what their hardware. What is the role of the software? What is the role of the hardware? Smart work could be done by software. Physical work could be done by hardware. Answer my point here. Virtuality could be done by virtual work could be done by software, but physical work could be done by hardware. So best example. Easily we can understand this point here. Best example is what there. For example, you are the person. You are sitting inside the class. Think of it. Simple example. For example, now the time is 6 o'clock. I completed my class. Immediately what you are doing? Simple. If I complete the class now, if I say to you, just finish, my class is completed, tomorrow we will continue the class. If I said this statement, immediately what you are doing? Still you want to sit here? No, just you want to, you're walking outside of the classroom or not? Now at present your state is what? Sitting. Your state is what? Sitting. Just I completed the class, automatically you are getting up and we are going in outside of the class or not? But how we are performing that work? Who has given that information to you? Answer my point here. How we are taking movement in our legs and hands now? Who has given that information to you? Your brain. Your brain recognized, sense the situation. Your brain recognized the situation, and your brain has given some instruction to your physical components. What are the physical components? No, legs and hands. Immediately we have taken movement on what there? Legs and hands. For example, what is your daily work, day-to-day work there? Regular work, regular activities are what there? When you wake up, you may complete all formalities there. After that, at 8 o'clock morning, maybe you may go for breakfast or not. How we can get that information there? When you complete your formalities, brush and everything, automatically your brain has given some information to you. Now you hungry. Now go and take some breakfast. Automatically you are moving towards the kitchen or not? You are moving towards that the place where breakfast is going on or not? There we will take the breakfast. After that, when the time is 4:30, again your brain is giving information to you. Now this is a time for learning. Then go and sit inside the class. Immediately we have taken movement on your legs and hands, and you are coming inside the class. When you see these chairs now, immediately your brain is giving the information, or chairs are available for you. Then immediately go there and sit inside the chair. Okay, fine. Then after that, what next one here? No, whenever I'm coming inside the class, when I start my class there, immediately what your brain is giving information there, or a trainer is available inside the class. He started that lecture. Then immediately listen the content. How we are going to listen the content here? Immediately brain has given information to your eye. Try to check the concepts inside the screen, and brain is giving information to your ear. Try to listen what he is saying. Then everything is directed by your brain or not? Just brain is giving directions, but physical activities could be done by whom? Your peripherals. What are your peripherals? No, legs, hands, mouth, eyes, and ears. All these are like what are their peripherals? These peripherals are called as what? Hardware components. Your legs, hands, ears, eyes, and all these are part of what? Their hardware components. But what is software here? Your brain is a software. Got it or not? Your brain is what? Their software. All of your physical items are what? Their hardware components. When software is giving direction, that hardware components are following the direction. The same thing is going on inside the remote controller. Inside the remote controller, software is available. Hardware component is also available. For example, here in my remote controller, red color button is available. If I press on red color button, what is going to be happen? You might be identify that projector switch off or TV switch off. Am I right or not? But what is going on internally? Just we press on what there? Red color button. But do you have any link in between remote controller and that projector? No. Remote controller and TV set, do you have any physical linking? No. No. Then what happened internally? What happened there? When I click on red color button, internally software component will listen your activity. Software is available internally. That software will understand what is your requirement. Your requirement, with what requirement we clicked on this red color button? I want to switch off the TV. That's my requirement. That's why I click on what there? Red color button. Inside the remote controller, software will listen your requirement. Then software will give a direction to the hardware component. Now user wants to switch off the TV, immediately switch off the TV. Then switching off the TV is a physical activity that could be done by hardware component inside the software, inside the remote controller. Got it or not? When I click on this red color button, software will listen your requirement. Software will give an instruction to the hardware component. Now user wants to switch off the TV, immediately switch off the TV. Then hardware component will off the TV. That's it. We'll switch off the TV. So now tell me, inside the remote controller, software and hardware two components are available. Both the components must have some interaction or not. Both the components must have some interaction or not. Observe carefully. When a software is interacted more with the hardware component, automatically more hardware component work is going to be happen. So more energy consumption is going to be happen. To perform a particular action, energy is required or not? Energy is required or not? Energy consumption is going to be happen or not? So when more software interaction is available with the hardware components, no, automatically more energy consumption is going to be happen. But inside the remote controller, what is that energy consumption? Inside the remote controller, what is that energy consumption here? Now tell me that energy consumption inside the remote controller is what there is a battery or not? Understand my point here? Inside this remote controller, battery is available or not? So battery is the energy consumption. Please try to understand the point clearly. No? So when more hardware interaction is available inside the remote controller, more energy consumption is going to be happen. Means that previously in my remote controller, when I put some batteries, their lifetime is almost 6 months of time. But if it is more hardware interaction, more energy consumption is going on, more battery drain up is going on, automatically the lifetime of the battery will be reduced or not. Previously for every 6 months of time, I have to change the battery. But because of this more energy consumption, I have to change the battery every 3 months of time. So previously for every 6 months of time, battery change means that 100 rupees I have to put for every time battery change. Previously for every 6 months of time, my maintenance cost is what there 100 rupees. But because of more hardware interaction, more battery consumption is going on. Instead of changing the battery for every 6 months of time, I have to change the battery for every 3 months of time or not. The same 100 rupees I have to put for every 3 months of time or not. Means that maintenance cost of the product is increased or not. Maintenance cost of the product is increased or not. But when maintenance cost of the product is increased, nobody is going to take that particular product or not. Buying a product is one time investment, but every week or every 3 months of time maintaining the battery in the sense, then definitely every three months of time change the battery in the sense, automatically the burden will be increased for the consumer or not. So because of this reason, what Sun Microsystems is thinking there, Sun Microsystems has provided a new programming language with the less power consumption, means that with lesser energy consumption. When the less energy consumption or less power consumption is going on, automatically lesser maintenance cost will be provided. Lesser maintenance cost for the end product. Lesser maintenance cost for the end product. Observe carefully. So this is the meaning of like what there, lesser power consumption means that lesser energy consumption, which will provide the advantages what there, lesser maintenance cost for the end product. If it is like what there, more energy consumption, automatically more maintenance cost will come there. So demand will be reduced for the end product if it is a case. No. So these are the factors that Sun Microsystems wants to include in the new programming language under what their simple programming language. Guys, all of you are following or not? Now tell me what exactly the points that I discussed now up to now. All right, Java history we started. In Java history, what was the points here I discussed with in 1991, what is the requirement why Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a Java programming language? There, what is the requirement actually? What is the root actually? In 1991, Sun Microsystems had a requirement to prepare a new programming language in order to prepare softwares for the simple electronic consumer devices like cable TV switch boxes, remote controllers, and so on. Okay, for this particular requirement, Sun Microsystems has started a separate project named as Green. Under this Green project, Sun Microsystems gathered nearly 30 members, a team led by James Gosling and Patrick Norton. Okay, then in that Green project, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language with the 3 features. What 3 features that Sun Microsystems wants to include in the new programming language? First one is what there, a simple programming language. Next one is what there, tight coded programming language. Next one is what there, architectural neutral programming language. What is the meaning of this simple programming language? That simple programming language said to be less execution time, less memory consumption, less power consumption. What is the benefit of this less execution time? More performance for the end product. What is the benefit of less memory consumption? Less cost for the end product. What is the benefit of less power consumption? Less maintenance cost for the end product. So these are the factors that are which are included for the simple programming language. Guys, all of you okay? All of you understanding the points now? Theory only, concept wise only I'm giving there, just knowledge only. That's it. No need to remember too much about this content here. Just listen and leave it. Understand it and leave it. No need to think, no need to do any hard work on this particular topic. Just as for giving information only, for the sake of giving information only, I'm discussing about it. Nobody will ask questions on this particular one. No interviewer will ask a question to you on which year the first version of the Java is available. When the work was started for Java programming language, nobody will ask these questions to you. Just for your knowledge purpose only, I'm giving this information, part of the introduction. But quite interesting actually. This is somewhat interesting actually. That's why because of that reason only I've taken this one as a first topic. At least we should know what is going on internally to release this particular programming language. Leave it. Now coming to the second one. What is the second one, sir? Now tell me. Tight coded programming language. What is the meaning of this tight coded programming language? What is the meaning of this tight coded programming language? All of you observe carefully. Understand it clearly. Tight coded programming language. Understand it. I think you already aware about data structures, at least minimum one or two data structures names on. I don't require internal concepts. You aware about data structures, am I right? No. In our academics, you might be aware about data structures. In a BTech first year, every branch must have data structure subject, C and data structures. Okay, right, sir. Even not that. What I'm telling you know. Okay, no problem. Even if you are not aware about it, don't worry for it. I'll explain that. Stack is one of the data structure you might be aware. At least the name stack, that's sufficient. What is the stack actually? Stack is like a cover, the plastic cover or a carry baggage. Carry bag. Inside this carry bag, we are going to keep some items. In which manner we are going to keep that item? No. First item, bottom. Second item, next one. Third item, on the top of it. Next item, on the top of it. Last item is the first item or not? Last item is the topmost item or not? Understand my point here now? Right, so last but one is what there? Next item or not? In that way, all the items are paired up in the carry bag. Now the carry bag is acting as what there? A stack. Carry bag is acting as what there? A stack. Good. Inside this stack, nearly we are going to perform three operations. Inside the stack, we are going to perform nearly three operations. What are the three operations? No, push, pop, peek. P-E-E-K, peek. Push is what? Insert an element. Pop is what? Read and remove the element. Peek is what? Only read the top of the element. Are you getting it? What I'm telling you now. First one is what there? Push. Push is what there? Insert an element. Oh, sorry. Push in the sense what there? Insert an element. Pop in the sense what there? Read and remove. Peek is what there? Only read, not to remove, but not to remove. Clear? Now observe carefully. In C programming language, I want to perform stack operations. In C programming language, I want to perform stack operations. First one is what there? Push. To prepare this push operation, how many lines of code we have to provide there? To perform this push operation, how many lines of code we have to implement? We have to write code nearly how many lines now to perform this push operation? On an average, we can understand 20 lines of code. 20 lines of code. Clear? To perform pop operation, how many lines of code we are going to take in an average? No, again 20 lines of code. To perform peek operation, again how many lines of code we are going to use? Nearly 20 lines of code. Overall, total, how many lines of code we are going to use to perform this stack operations no on and around an average 60 lines of code here we are going to use. Clear? In which programming language? C programming language. How many lines of code here we have taken to perform stack operations no 60 lines of code nearly. Got. Right, sir. Now observe carefully. In Java, for example, Java I'm talking no, in Java. In C we understood it. In Java, to perform stack operations, here we are going to use stack S is equal to new stack object we created for stack. S dot push of AAA. Finish, my push operation is completed. In C programming language, how many lines of code here we have to take? No, 20 lines of code. But in the case of Java, how many lines of code we have taken to perform push operation? Only one line. Understand it? Next one is S dot pop. My pop operation is completed. S dot peak. My peak operation is completed. That's finished. Overall, in Java, how many lines of code here we are going to take to perform these stack operations? No, on an average 4 lines of code. Understand, here itself we can identify the difference between Java and the C programming language. What's the point I'm trying to say to you? What's the point I'm trying to say to you? In the case of C programming language, more number of instructions are required to perform a particular task. But in the case of Java, less number of instructions are required to perform a particular task. Understand that point exactly. So that's why I've taken the stack example. In Java, in C and C++, to perform the stack operations, 6 lines of code. In the case of Java, to perform stack operations, only 4 lines of code. Right or not? So now understand the conclusion here, what I'm telling there. If any programming language takes more instructions to perform a particular task, then that programming language is loose coded programming language. That's it. Understand my point here? If any programming language takes more instructions to perform a particular task, then that programming language is what? Loose coded programming language. Example, we can understand C programming language. Next definition, try to understand it clearly. If any programming language takes less number of instructions to perform a particular task, then that programming language is called tight coded programming language. Come again. What is the meaning of loose coded programming language and what is the meaning of tight coded programming language? If any programming language takes more instructions to perform a particular task, then that programming language is what? Loose coded programming language. If any programming language takes less number of instructions to perform a particular task, then that programming language is what? There, tight coded programming language. Tell me, which one is better for our application development? Is it loose coded or tight coded? Definitely tight coded. Always we prefer to go for what? Less number of instructions. Less number of instructions in the sense less work. Less work in the sense developer is always expecting what? Less work only, not more work. Understand it clearly? So always demand is going on for what? There, tight coded programming language. Now okay, now in this example, now tell me which programming language is loose coded programming language and which programming language is a tight coded programming language? Now tell me, C is what? Loose coded programming language. Java is what there? Tight coded programming language. Because of this reason only, because of this advantage of this tight coded programming language only, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It must be what there? Tight coded programming language. Tight coded programming languages are having very good demand in outside. Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? That is the reason why tight coded programming languages here we need to understand. Okay, leave it. Example also we can have given there. All right, so anyway, note I am telling there. Java is a tight coded programming language. Tight coded programming language, but C and C++ are what they loose coded programming languages. Right. Leave this punch here. Next one is what there after this. What next one here? No, architectural neutral programming languages. Yeah. For example, one simple question I'm asking to you. Try to answer for it. How many of you are coming from computer science background? Please raise your hands. Computer science background. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hardly among these 40 or 50 members, for example, computer science background people are how many? No, just 4 or 5 only. Yes, sir. Got it. If you observe this, I think you are not going to have any question with me. Even after completion of the class, also you may not have any question with me. Sir, myself, I'm coming from mechanical background. Am I eligible for software industry or not? Sir, I'm coming from civil background. Am I eligible for software industry or not? You may not have any question like this. As a proof, just as a proof. Out of 50 members, only 4 members are like what their computer science background. All remaining 40 plus members are from what their non-computer science background. Not only in this class. In every class of mine, the same situation is going to be happening. Not only in my classes. In every software company, if we count how many members are coming from computer science background, you can count them on fingers. Nearly, as per my analysis, I'm telling there, only 10 to 15% of the people are coming from computer science background in the software industry. 70 to 75% of the people are coming from what there? Coming from non-computer science background only. Just strictly speaking, what I'm telling to you, software industry is an open platform for every graduate. Software industry is what there is an open platform for every graduate. If you have skill, then you will get the job. Now, nowadays, how much the software industry is going on, even though you are just a degree holder, just BSc holder, if you have some programming language skills, that's finished. You are going to get the job in a software industry. Now, degree people are also be eligible at present. Previously, maybe 10 years back, if we take now, only BTech people, only MCA people, only MTech people are eligible to attend for software industry. But nowadays, no, that boundaries are removed totally. Nowadays, even BSc holders are also BSc people. Even you are not aware. Some examples I can say. No. Some examples I can say. Just best example, we can understand it clearly. What software industry is required mainly. With this example, we can understand. I completed BTech, sir, maybe long time back. Along with me, my friends, some of my friends are also completed BTech. So after completion of my BTech, I came to Hyderabad. Just I stayed at a room. I'm in trials for MTech actually. I'm not interested for software industry immediately. I want to complete MTech. Then after that, I want to go for industry, software side. So as part of it, just after completion of my BTech, I came to Hyderabad. Then in Hyderabad, just I'm taking the classes. I took the classes for GATE students, but still I was not MTech holder. But I took the GATE classes for the students, BTech students. So that story is different. Later on, I'll talk about it. Then parallelly, what happened? Just I completed my BTech. I stayed at my room there. One fine day, all of a sudden, one of my classmates came to my room. He said to me, "Arey, here I have some work at Hyderabad. 2 days of time, I want to stay along with you." I said to him, "Just okay, no problem." He stayed it. Then after that, next day morning, I asked him, "Arey, for what purpose you came to Hyderabad? What is the requirement of it?" Then he said to me, "Arey, then after completion of the BTech on one day, just I have a trial. I sent my resume to one company, but unfortunately they shortlisted my resume. Then today they called to me. Yesterday, 2 days back, they called to me. Come to Hyderabad for the sake of interview. Now today I'm coming for the sake of interview only. Okay, along with him, myself also went there, but actually I have not applied for it. Only he was applied for it. Okay, then along with him, I went to the company, same company. First time I seen that company in Hyderabad. I went there. Okay, then I sat in the front end office there. Then he went inside the company. There might be has given information there. Are just they want to conduct written test for me. He attended for written test. He attended for written test. Written test was completed. Within 1 hour, they have given results to him. Yes, you are shortlisted in that interview, in that written test. Now wait for half an hour to go for interview. Just we stayed there only. Then again he went for what their interview. Interview is also completed. Within 15 minutes that interview was completed. He came outside. He said to me, I don't know the result, no, but I given almost all the answers. Okay, fine. Next HR round. I waited there almost all evening 6 or 6:30. HR round is also completed. On moment they said to him, your job is confirmed. Then within a week you have to join with our company. In my entire BTech batch, he was the first person who got the job. And compared with all my other classmates, nobody has got the job. Only he's the person who got the job. Everybody's in trial actually. But I was not in trial. I was in like what their MTech trials actually. But meanwhile, I took the gate classes also. I'm trying to write the gate exam. For that, I'm preparing. Then what happened there? He got the job. I was shocked. Then everything I'm checking there frame by frame, frame by frame. I was a witness for it. I was stayed along with him in that company. Every step I understood that. Finally, he said to me, I selected for this company. But I know his status actually. His percentage is less than 40% in BTech. Just passed on every subject. Okay, then that situation I understood that he was a lucky person who got the job. I thought of it internally in my mind. Even my class topper also be not having any job, but he got the job. It's okay, fine. He went to the company. Right after 1 week of time, again he came back to Hyderabad. He went to the company. Right, sir. After joining with that company, the second day or third day, I think so. I forgot it. Maybe second day or third day, again he came to me. He said to me, "Arey, I got one serious problem now. Then you have to resolve that problem." Arey, what I have to resolve the problem? You are the job holder now. You got a chance in the company. Then you are a good person now at present. What is the problem you are having there? I asked him. Then he said to me, "Are you already aware about my status in the college? No, I didn't have much awareness on subjects and all the things, but I was very poor in the academics. No, you know already that. But that is not the big issue. No, but another blunder issue is available with me now." Then I asked him, "What is that blunder issue? No? Are you are not aware, you already aware about it? In our final year BTech, I wrote nearly 21 exams backlogs. Unfortunately, what happened? One of the black I forgot it. Actually, I have not written exam for it. The BTech he was not completed. We are also not having certificate for BTech. Just we completed BTech and we came to Hyderabad. Semester mock list is available, but he forgot like what they to write one exam. In the backlog might be third year or maybe fourth year. I don't know which year backlog that was. I don't know there, but he forgot to write that backlog. But 21 exams he wrote in the last semester. He passed all the exams. I understood that. I know that status now. That's why I said to you, I was shocked by seeing his status now. The moment when he got the job, I was shocked. Then I thought of it, all 21 exams he passed, but still one exam is pending. He forgot to write that exam. I observed it, I checked it, what happened internally. But his status is what there, he used to give some amount of money to the clerk in the college. He's going to apply for the exams. Then he's going to give that hall ticket to him. He will go there, he will write the exam. That's it. That's a simple scenario. He's going in the college. But has given money to him. That attender has forgotten to apply for one exam. The college attender. I think so. Some of you might be experienced the same thing. Yeah, he was not completed. He was in 5 years BTech, not completed within the 4 years. 4 years of time. Even at present, there is an option. One more semester we can write the exams there. It will come under 4 years of BTech. But by the time, no, strict rule. Within 4 years, if you complete, it's a 4 years. Otherwise, if you have at least one semester lag, no, then it will come under 5 years BTech only. At my time. Then he asked to me, then what I have to do now? They are asking certificate, they are asking all semester mark list, no. But I checked it. I made a call to my attender also. He said to me, still you are having one subject, but I have not completed, but I'm going to lose this job. But once if I lose the job, no company will give job to me. What I have to do? Now I'm getting some kind of tension in my mind. He said to me like this. Then I suggested him, Arey yaar, whatever it may be, things are happened, whatever it may be, just directly you can go to your HR, directly you can take his feet. That's it. That only the option. We don't have any other option there. Understand it? What I'm telling there. Then next day he went to the company. Myself also I went along with him, but I stand in outside. He went inside the company, directly went to the HR room. Directly, he has given that everything to that HR. That this is status. What I have to do? Just can you give suggest to me? If you give some suggestion, then I'll follow blindly. Just he has given. He opened up and everything to that HR interview. Then by the time what HR interview has given information to him, yeah, it's okay, but it is not good thing. It's not the way to attend for the campuses and all. We have to check everything before coming to this place. But unfortunately, I was taken interview and I have taken you as a resource inside this company. Even it's not good thing actually, but still I'm giving one option to you. I will manage it up to 6 months of time for you. About your certificates and everything, I will manage that inside the company. But within 6 months of time, you have to complete your exam and you have to come back. But meanwhile, we can come to the company, we can work in the company as usual, regular employee. But 6 months of time, I'll manage with the people. But don't worry for that. But I think so many. By the time in the next month or next month, maybe the semester exam will come. Within 2 months, I think so. The next semester exams will come. There you have to go for exam. Then that HR has given some kind of support to him. Then he completed that exam and finally he cleared that exam. Then finally he was the employee. Now his status is what there. He is at Dubai at present. He was at Dubai. There he worked there. Nearly almost all is at manager level in the same company. At present, I think so. Manager or maybe more than that. I was not in touch with him for a long time now. So what do you understood from this? What you understood from this? Software companies required skill, not your background. They required skill. Even though you are topper in the college, that doesn't matter to that interviewer. In front of that interviewer, when interviewer has asked questions to you, if you open up your mouth and if you give answers properly, then only they are going to select you. If you are not open up, if you are unable to open your mouth, if you are unable to give answers there, no interviewer will select you. So your stuff, your skill is the matter in the software companies. Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? Okay. What let me the information what I am telling there for our clarity purpose. All right, sir. Finally, what is the point I am telling to you? Know, 2 minutes. I'll finish it up to this partition. Architectural neutral programming languages. That's the point I'm asking there. For example, now I'm taking demo class. Think of it. Around 50 members are attending this demo class. Assume it. For example, before this demo class, if I stick a notice in the notice board, like what is that notice there? Only BTech computer science branch people are eligible to attend my class. If I keep this notice in outside, how many members will come to my demo class? No, less members or more members? No, definitely less members. If less members are attending my class, is there any demand for my class? If my services are required by less members, is there any demand for my classes there? No demand. For example, case number 2. If I put a notice in outside, what is that notice there? Any graduate can attend my class. Any graduate is eligible to attend my class. If I put this notice now, how many members will attend my classes there? More members will attend. When more members are attending now, when more members are required my services, automatically my services are getting good, more demand or not? Answer my point again. Which one is the best one? Second case is the best one. In the point of any student, in the point of me personally, in the point of students personally, maybe the second case is suitable. Got it or not? So our product must be available to more members. Then only our product is getting somewhat demand. Got it or not? All right. Similarly, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language that must not be bound with any particular hardware system, that must be available to every hardware system. Answer my point clearly. Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It must not be bound with any particular hardware system. It must run its applications on all the hardware systems. We can take mobiles, maybe we can take computers, maybe we can take like what there, some parking systems, maybe we can take like what traffic signaling system, maybe we can take anything in every aspect, in every hardware. If our programming language is available, if our programming language is executing its applications in every hardware architecture, then definitely that programming language is getting more demand in outside. In that way, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language in this particular concept only, in this particular view only. That's why they made the third rule is what? Third feature is what there? Architectural neutral programming language. Architectural neutral programming language. Later on we can call it as a platform independent. Later on we can call it as a portable. Later on we can call it as a flexible programming language. All these are, for all these basic root is what there, architectural neutral programming language. I'm giving a technical definition for you. Now try to understand it clearly. If any programming language, if any programming language allows its applications to run under all the hardware systems, allows to run under the hardware systems, then that programming language is called an neutral programming language. Architectural neutral programming language. If any programming language allows its applications to run under all the hardware systems, then that programming language is called an architectural neutral programming language. Sun Microsystems wants to prepare their new programming language like what their architectural neutral programming language only. Why? Because if it is able to execute its applications under all the hardware systems, automatically more demand is going to be created for this programming language. If it is bounded with only computers, if it is bounded with only one sort of hardware system, no demand is available for this. Why? Because whenever it is required by more number of people, automatically demand is going to be increased more and more. Yeah, because of this reason only, in outside might be that food business, milk business, water business is getting more demand. Why? Why? They require 365 days. They require what? The 365 days. Then think about it. Mangoes demand is what? Only season, maximum 2 to 3 months of time. But in the remaining days of the time, no demand is available for it. Understand my point here? But milk demand, milk is requirement is what? Every day milk is required. Food business is also getting more demand because of this. Food is required by everybody and every day. It's a simple principle in the business. We can understand it clearly. So by having this kind of thinking only, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language that must be available to every hardware system, that must be used by every hardware system. Yeah, of course, in the same tempo, the Java programming language is having very good demand because of this one of the reason, because of this reason here. What is this? No, architectural neutral, because of availing this programming language to every hardware system. That's it. Got it or not? Fine, sir. Up to now, just some part of this story we understood. Part of the story only here we understood that, not completed this topic there. Then tomorrow, now the time is almost 6 o'clock, and tomorrow I'll complete this content here. Understand it clearly. Tomorrow we'll finish this particular topic after completion of it, and tomorrow we are going to start like what there differences between Java and other programming languages. At least one difference we are going to understand in tomorrow. Okay, right, guys? That's all for today. Then remaining content I will discuss with you tomorrow. Don't miss the classes on tomorrow. Within the first 15 minutes of time, I will finish this topic. The next onwards, I'm going to start technical points only. Just this is a history, only namesake topic only, but serious topics we are going to understand. We are going to start from tomorrow's topic onwards. Don't miss the class from tomorrow onwards, right? Right, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Till meet on tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah, and yeah, guys, then if you are not yet received any recording there, please contact to this number. Then where Nagendra is a contact person, guys, then contact to this number 738609560. Contact to this number. Then where Nagendra will be the contact person. Then we will give much information about it. Yeah. Okay, guys, and everybody. Then regarding this admission process or maybe information about our classes, there just this is a single point of contact. Directly we can contact to this person Nagendra. Then to this number. Then I will provide that video support and everything to you. Okay. Yes, Manikanta, got it? Yeah, through Google Drive access. Yeah, our people will send the Google Drive access link to you so that you can get it. Got it. Right. Nice. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, anything else? And okay, then tomorrow I'll continue the content, and tomorrow we are going to understand the content. Kill. It's okay, fine. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We'll meet on tomorrow. Thank you.